Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Welcome. Hopefully, everybody's having a good day so far. Hopefully, everybody's having a good evening so far. Welcome to the stream. We are back to do something that I've not actually done ever since Danmachi. Well, I've been creating Danmachi content, and it's something that we're going to try out for today for the very first time. Um, Hopefully everybody's having a good day so far. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Let me just get the link to the stream if I can. Just 1 second. Let me just do this actually. Yeah, that'll work. This will work. This will work. I can just do it from my phone instead. But yes, hopefully everybody's doing well. Hopefully everybody's having a good evening or afternoon or morning, wherever you may be. We're here to watch episode 14 of Danmachi season 5 together. Obviously we are I'm gonna have to take into consideration, of course, copyright and stuff, all that sort of jazz. But I have strategies. Well, I say strategies, it's not really a strategy. It's the same thing I've been doing for quite some time now, and we're gonna just make the opacity a lot lower and still have it nonetheless available for you guys to see. Just give me 1 second. I'm just quickly putting it out there that we're live right now. Of course, you can't hear the audio of this episode because, of course, copyright and all. But if you want to keep the episode on at the same time, feel free to do so, of course, right? You guys will know when I'm going to click the play button as well. But yes, this is the first time I'm doing something like this. And of course, it's a good opportunity to do this because, again, we're going to be doing this next week as well for episode 15. I was gonna say 5 there for a split second. I was gonna say episode 5, completely different episode, but we're gonna do this for episode 15 as well. And we're going to do the same thing there where we're going to be watching the episode live together. I've been wanting to do this for quite some time now. As the final 2 episodes, I wanted to do it together live. And of course, with the delays and everything happening, it was unlikely to happen, but I wanted to do it nonetheless. I really wanted to do it, and I wanted to make it happen. And I'm glad that we're able to do it. Of course, I'm very, very glad that we're able to do it. I'm a little bit late. I know the episode aired like 2 hours ago. I just got back home like an hour ago. I had to eat lunch really quickly because I was super hungry. I had not eaten anything at work. I'd basically gone super hungry basically the whole day. Partially because there was nothing to eat at work. Like, there was barely anything, so I was like not interested. So I was like, okay, well, let's come home, quickly eat some lunch, and then get started. But yes, welcome, Pana Jotis, Niti, Maxwell. Welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Are we able to watch along with you, or will it be greened out? No. So there will be an it'll be opaque, but shouldn't be too opaque, I'd imagine. I'm gonna click the play button just a little bit, and that should be how it looks like. I'm gonna try and increase it a little bit. Let's go for a little bit more. 1 second. Let me just increase it a little bit. Feels like it's a little bit too less opaque. But yes, no voice, just the opacity will be a lot lower. But I'm gonna try and make it a little less opaque so that it's at least visible enough to where you guys can see it. And of course, you guys will be able to play alongside me basically the entire thing. If you want, you can keep the tab open of the episode on the side while I'm obviously watching it so that you guys can get the voice of the episode while I'm also talking over it. Basically, I'm going to be doing effectively what this is a live commentary. I can't see it all. This is very blind. I can't do it any more opaque than this, basically, because otherwise copyright will kill me. Basically, I will be taken away by the with the SB Creative copyrights, unfortunately. So it's gonna be like this. Basically, you can see the faint outline of the sword. I might just increase the size a little bit so that it's at least a little bit more visible. But it's gonna have to be this way. I just watched the episode. Holy smokes. I've heard, I mean, of course, thanks to the Japanese, we already knew that the episode was going to be really good. I'm really hoping that's the case. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to play some Danmimo music in the background to make sure we're safe as much as possible. So there's going to be Danmachi Memoria Freese music in the background. You guys might be able to hear it ever so slightly. It's going to interfere with me hearing the audio of the thing, but it's fine. I don't mind it as much, to be honest. I don't mind it as much. But yes, I think without a further ado, what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go down to absolutely 0, and we're gonna click the play button. So without a further ado, let's watch the episode together. This will also be in a video format. I'm probably gonna try and make it into a highlights reel of sorts basically, so that it's not like the full thing, but it'll be basically like a highlights of my key moments that I was super hyped and stuff like that. So again, that'll be as a video as well if you guys want to watch it, and it should be in a better format as well. Without further ado, let's get into this. Let's enjoy the episode together and get things underway. So let's watch the episode. All right. I hope it's not playing the audio in the background, but yeah, you never know, man. You never know. I have an idea actually. 1 second. Let me just pause it real quickly. Sorry, I'm pausing it already. I'm just gonna do this, and what I'm gonna do is, there we go. Yeah, the audio was already very loud because of this. There we go. I love it. I'm already pausing the stream. It's shit. The episode's shit. It's game over, man. All right, let's see. Okay. All right, we're basically following up from the last episode directly. Okay. So you can see 1 second actually while we're here. Anya's the only one still with the level boost. Clearly, everybody's lost it because when they do Haruhime's level boost, there's always a highlight over it. A lot of people were, somebody was saying in the comment section that, oh, everybody else still had the level boost, but clearly that's not the case. Well, Anya is still the only one with the level boost left over. There you go. Look at that dedication. I hope there's no opening. I really hope there's no opening. Because there better not be. There better not be any opening. No audio here, you're good. Good. Oh, there it is. Hegni. Please no opening. Please no opening. Off. I hate this company, man. I hate this company. Even in the penultimate episode, they still want to play the freaking opening. How hard is it to not play the opening for once, man? There we go. It ends around here. Okay, let's do this. There we go. All right. It's so annoying, man. It's so annoying that there's an opening in this, man. Einherjar, the warrior of the goddess. Oh, a little bit of backstory already. I don't remember if Hegni mentioned it. Oh. Why do you gotta be like this, Ariel? I love that. Okay, I wasn't expecting it to be like this when they did it in the light novel. I wasn't expecting it to be like this. Okay. You must realize by now. Because that won't be your salvation. Okay, there we go. They really needed to do her. I still believe that they messed up on not doing Freya's backstory during these moments. Okay, there we go. I was wondering when the crash out was gonna happen. I was really waiting for the crash out to happen. There it is. If you can find it in yourself to believe my nonsense, then pick up your sword. Yeah, we needed Freya's backstory for this. This is the problem with this part, where it's like Well, everybody's like, well, what do you mean by save her from shackles of goddesshood? I mean, it's sort of interpreted, but we missed out on, we missed out on so many opportunities to get her backstory where it would have been more evident that Freya needs that saving. And then you have Alan, who doesn't give a shit. There you go. Bro, he is cooked. Half his body is basically destroyed. Oh, there is flashback sequences. Oh shit. Episode Freya scenes. Okay, they're doing everything except adapting Sword of Rotoria, clearly. Clearly they're doing everything but adapting Sword of Rotoria. I love how they're now calling her Seer basically, which is super nice, super cool. Oh shit. That's who stole my heart, the ruthless and domineering. That's crazy. Oh, he's no longer debuffed. Oh shit, nice. I think a little bit too much training, clearly. No way. They deadass adapted pretty much Familiar Chronicles in one episode. No, well, I can't say they did adapt it. They adapted moments of it. Oof. Oh shit. Woo. Okay, that was a good impact frame. That was a very good impact frame. They gotta make the next episode an hour long, though, I will say. What is? I ran my butt off to get here. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Okay. The state Lily, yeah, Lily's just down and out for the count, basically. Unable to move. Yeah, see, there you go. So the thing is, a lot of people were saying like the debuff was happening, or the debuff happened to, oh, sorry, Haruhime's status buff was still available, but it wasn't. It ran out. It just wasn't mentioned in the book. I remember somebody bringing it up, and I was like, no, no, it's just completely gone. Oh shit. Guess I'm not as good as you. Hang on, hang on. Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Hold up a moment. Wait a second. Dog. Dog. Hold on a minute. No, 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 no. I need to pull up. This. He did not say that in the book. I am 100% certain he did not say that in the book. Unless I'm bloody forgetting about it. There's just no way. I don't believe that. No, 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 no. 1 second. Sorry. I have to. There's no way he said that name in the book. How can you just randomly put. No way. Dog, this company, man, I swear to God, I am going to finish them when I get the opportunity. I swear to God, these guys are going to get it from me. These guys are going to come and these guys are going to get it from me. One second. Hold on a minute. No, 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 no. Let me go ahead. Let me go ahead. I think I've missed it entirely. 1 second. One second. A bit ahead. A bit ahead. I need to go a bit ahead. No, he did say that name. I just missed it entirely. Sorry, I had to just double check. I had to double check. He did say that name. Yeah, one more to go. Next week's the last episode. No, he did say it. I have the official book as well. I have the official book as well. I just must have ignored it entirely because how did I not see it? But again, they've skipped out on Finn Rivera and Gareth talking about something, which I'll mention in my cut contents. Sorry about that. I kind of over exaggerated a little bit there, but I just was so confused because I inept cat. That's funny. I'm assuming you don't need my explanation. Yeah, it has to be 1 hour. IMO, it has to be 1 hour. I agreed. Oh my god, Otaro, big brain. I'm not nearly as smart as you are. Oh, Otaro's got that Cassandra effect. You damn muscle head. Otaro the better strategist. I will say they've done a much better job with Otaro in the last few episodes than they have obviously in episode 11, for example, and in previous seasons as well. One of the biggest issues JC staff has had is just Otaro's size. I feel it's just they've not been able to get his proportions right, which has been a bit better in the last two episodes, last episode and this episode, or episode 12 and this episode specifically, more so. But yeah, 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 I know. He mentioned Leon. Sorry, I know. I kind of overblew that. I had to double check, but yeah, he did mention it. I must have just ignored it off the top of my head. But it's so weird that, again, I'll talk about it in later on after the reaction is over. We're done with the episode. But I'm having this problem where it's like, well, you're mentioning stuff like Leon and stuff, but you're not doing anything with the Sword or Toria side or Loki Familia, which is a bigger problem in my opinion. Like, you can ignore the Leon mention, which amazing, great. I'm glad they even mentioned him, to be honest, but still, it's like, mm, yeah, you know what I mean. You know where I'm gonna go with that. You son of a bitch. Oh, a little bit of lag. War games has Hestia Familiar 100% familiar, Hestia Familiar no Haiti and 1% power. I'd give it a little bit more than that, but yes, pretty much. No felines for me at all. I'm gonna suffer dead. Wasted time in this flashback for real for him? Nah, this one is fine. Because we missed out on so much of Alan and Anya's backstory in episode, what was it, 7, I think? That I think this is good to have. Do I read the source material before what's the episode? This time I did a little bit, but I didn't have the time because I got caught up with work because my co-manager didn't come in yesterday, so I had to go in and deal with that headache. But I'm gonna do the reread properly after this episode airs. But the previous episodes, I always read it after the episode airs, just to kind of come in from a perspective of a an anime only first, and then come in as a proper like light novel reader as per. I've already read volume 18 like ages ago. Like this was 2 years ago, of course, right? Um, or a year and a bit ago, actually, I should say technically for English, proper the official English version. But yeah, but I try and do the source material reread after the episode airs for the previous episodes. This was the first time I wanted to do it before, but didn't have the time. I'll have time for the next episode though. At least I hope. I hope. Oh, he's still doing the concurrent chanting while in midair. Wow. I love the way they've done this. This is a good way of doing it. Woo! That's my Hero Fest Alan. If you know, you know that reference. Oh shit! Hey yo, what the fuck did they cook with Alan's animation, dog? Why is it they can do a lightning extremely well, man? This is the same thing in even Railgun, man. Misaka's animation is so fucking good. Did I say Misaka? Mikasa. Oh yeah, she's using Kaguya's attack. Nice, 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 nice. Goko. Oh shit. The cloth is stronger than the level 7, man. Don't disrespect the cloth, huh? Oh, is the beastification coming? Oh my god. Holy shit, that was some JoJo's like facial expression from Otaralmara. Beast mode, beastification. Jeez. Oh wait, there's more after the ending, it seems like. 1 second. Let's skip the ending. I know everybody loves the ending, but we gotta skip it. I don't wanna get copyright claimed by any means of the imagination. But again, why do we have an ending? But it's okay. It's okay. I'm not gonna complain. Unbecoming. That's crazy. Animation wise, sex, story wise, 10. I'd say it's a 7. It has some really good moments, but I did notice some moments where it was a little bit okay slash decent. No, not okay, decent, I would say. But yeah, but there were some moments like Alan and stuff that were really nice. I wouldn't rate the story that high either. Animation not bad. Yeah, that's fair. Hating Big Boss. Hey, you need to get lost. That's good. Oh, that's good. That's a good ending. That's a good ending. I like it a lot. First love, Seer. Nice. I think I think the episode was good overall. I would say it's a solid like I'd probably rate it an 8 more so. I would say animation was pretty good. The pacing was pretty solid overall. I at least just based on what I remember. And generally speaking, I would say just based on an anime only's perspective, I would say the pacing has been pretty good, which is the most important thing. Um, it touches upon the it touched upon the main key aspects that I was hoping for, which was of course things like the backstories of characters and their relationships with one another and so on and so forth. Like Hayden plus Hegni, or Charles past with Freya, Alan and Anya, and so on and so forth. Right, even the Gulliver brothers as well, which was not what I was expecting to see. Otaral fighting scenes had some wonky moments. I think that's just the Otaral like size problem that I'm noticing with JC staff. They just can't get a grasp of it, and it's been an issue with Otaral for a while now. Like I would say, even since season 2 or season 3, to be honest, I would say when he's been in action. With him in action, they just seem to be unable, or not unable, but they don't know how to deal with it. I think there were some really good moments with Otaral though. There were some moments with Otaral that I really liked, especially when he went beast mode. I really like that. It's just outside of that, it can be very hit or miss in that sense, which I think is, yeah, it is what it is. Kind of. Alan was really good. Again, I think that they just have a knack for doing stuff with lightning, especially knowing what they do in railgun, especially, right? And other scenes were pretty decent overall, I would say. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. It's very sudden kind of thing. There's no like sort of like gradual animation. It's like snap, like it's just a boop, bop bop kind of like. There's some frames like it feels like they're missing some frames in between. You know what I mean? But yeah. The preview broken screen. Yeah, I know. I saw that. My bigger issue, I still maintain, is like, okay, you're including shit like Leon and everything. I'm about to crash out about them just ignoring fucking Sword Art Toria and Loki Familia as a whole from the main story as well, man. Because I remember there was a scene specifically that they ignored in this episode that I'll go into more detail about in cut contents between Finn, Rivera, and Gareth. Obviously, watching Otarl go beast mode and everything, and not even beast mode. I think they were talking about his, his Hilda's Vinny attack, basically the afterglow that he has, right? They talked about it as well, and it's just entirely cut from the episode, which is so annoying. Again, this has just been an ongoing issue. I sound like Ice fans now, to be honest, but I'm looking at it from more of a perspective as a Sword or Toria fan. It's fucking annoying, you know. To be honest, season 1 animation was better. No, I disagree. I think season 1 animation is probably like season 1 animation. The thing is, everybody remembers season 1's animation only from that Minotaur fight. I'd argue that the rest of the season wasn't amazing in season 1, and I did a rewatch of season 1 not that long ago, actually. I'd say still the standard by far and away is season 4 outside of the Colosseum scene. If you take a look at everything else, season 4 probably has still the strongest animation in my opinion. Season 5 is, in my opinion, second. Then I would say season 1, then season 3, and then season 2. Season 2 is by far the weakest in my opinion, personally, at least to me. Sword Art Toria season 2 is never happening. Straight to season 6. I don't know if it'll be straight to season 6, but there will be something in the middle. I just don't think it's going to be Sword Art Toria. I still don't think it's going to be Sword Art Toria, sadly, which is a damn fucking shame. Yeah, S1 Minotaur I think is still by far the standard, which is a damn shame because I think subsequently since then Bell's had much better fights than the Minotaur. If we take a look at just light novel side of things, Bell versus Astraeus, yes, one-sided, but the way it was written in the book was amazing. Season 4, Juggy versus Bell and Ryu was also so much better. Same with I'd even argue some of the season 2 stuff, Aisha versus Bell, Bell versus Fryn, and so on and so forth. Season 5, of course, I was hoping it would really knock it out of the park, and yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, I think S1 was more consistent aside from Outlier. Minotaur 5 is S5 is it get bursts of insane animation, then terrible moments, mediocre moments, generally inconsistent. I'd say the only terrible animation was episode 11 though, to be honest, Nuke. I'd say I don't mind the idea of getting bursts of insane animation and then just having good animation or decent animation in my opinion. The only issue I've ever personally had with season 5 was episode 11, and even then I would argue like the only real bad thing was the clash part, and that was about it realistically. Why is it like that though? Do they have no money? Time is the bigger issue. Time, and also the how long they have in production. The issue with JC staff, and this is also a byproduct of Warner Bros and SB Creative, the big honchos, the big boys up there, is generally speaking the way they organize the anime's production. And so what Warner Bros and SB Creative are doing as producers are they're the ones who decide how many episodes the studio gets, generally speaking. They decide on the time slots, they decide on when it's airing as well, when it's airing, and the deadlines and everything. All JC staff have is basically access to Omori and a lot of willpower and hope. The thing is, if Warner Bros say, okay, we have to get it in the season of fall 2024, which is what happened, it doesn't matter if JC is doing like 6 other projects, they kind of have to do it. And that is the biggest problem, is this whole thing of where, unfortunately, JC staff takes too many projects as well at the same time, which is stupid from them, to be honest. And then they have to delegate so many things. And then on top of that, also this way. I think it's because of poor planning. Should have done 20 episodes. I agree. I don't disagree with that. I think 20 episodes would have been more than fine. I think 18 episodes would have been more than fine, to be honest. I think 18 episodes without, if you don't want to cut OPs and endings, 18 episodes. If you're cutting openings and endings, I would say 16 or 17 episodes would have been fine. I think, literally speaking, quite honestly, I would still maintain this. We only needed one extra episode throughout the entire season. And it was during that volume 17 stuff. I would say one extra episode is what it was needed. And then the rest is just, you could literally do openings and endings. And one more thing, episode 11 start, that should not have been a recap. If that wasn't a recap, we would have been more than fine as well. This season really needs a remake. No, I disagree with that. I think it's fine the way it is. Yes, it has its moments, but this is not as bad as season 2 and 3. I refuse to believe it. There's so many. I would say Danmachi needs Sword Art Otoria remake, season 2 and season 3 remakes. Those three needed way more than this does. This is good still. A lot of people are going to, a lot of us more critical people will be really annoyed with it. But if you look on Twitter and if you look at the Japanese audience, they're loving it as well still. So for a general audience and a generic audience, you're going to still see this season be an absolute banger. Honestly, I'm not even joking. I will be more critical about it because I've read the light novels. You will be more critical about it because you have certain things you want from the season and certain expectations that obviously may have not been matched. But yeah, that's crazy. But yes, that is crazy, Nuke. But yes, I don't know about you, but I definitely wait if it means better animation. I think, no, but that's corporations. That's what you just said it. It's corporations being the annoying part about this whole thing. This is what I've said about Warner Bros. And SV Creative, is unfortunately they've just not handled the Danmachi IP in the way it should be handled, in my personal opinion. Had this been in the hands of any other production studio, anybody else, I think we would have been more than fine, if not in a fantastic position. I wouldn't want to also be the but it depends on which production studio you're under, to be honest. That's the whole point of it. I mean, if you look at, like, say for example, even certain Magical Index, I'm going to give them as an example, but look at them as well. There's no season 4 for certain Magical Index, but we're getting a season 4 for Railgun. I think Railgun is getting ahead of the actual Index anime as well, which was quite hilarious, to be honest. But yeah, you compare Index to Railgun as well. There, it's the complete opposite actually of what's happening to Danmachi, where in Danmachi the main series is ongoing and Sword Art Otoria has been in purgatory. There, it feels like it's the opposite, whereas Index, the main series, is in purgatory. Railgun is season 4. Oh, come on, let's go and get season 4 instead. I still maintain people are slating JC stuff a little bit too much, because they've done really good animation. I mean, if you see some, I highly urge you guys to go watch Railgun, because Railgun shows how good they can actually be as well. I disagree with this notion that JC staff cannot cook. I think it's more so you have to give them the right variables to cook. If you don't give them the right variables to cook and the right sort of foundation for them to cook, be it more episodes, more time, more prep time, giving them maybe a bigger budget potentially, giving them a better deadline, more deadline, giving them enough time to do it, they can cook. But that's, I would say, for any studio or any mid to large size studio, I would say. They only cook for Railgun, Accelerator, and Ryu. Yeah, pretty much. Would you say that we as a Danmachi fan enjoy our eating good, or are we starving? No, I think we're eating enough. I would say it's not, I would say, amazing. I don't think we're eating like a 5 course meal or a 5 star, Michelin star meal. We're not eating like scrapes, bottom of the barrel stuff. We're still eating fairly well, but it's what I would say. It's a satisfactory meal. It's one that will fill you up. Maybe it'll satisfy you, maybe it won't satisfy you. It's dependent from person to person. It's a very, like, oh, if somebody were to bring you a hot pot of noodles, but it's not your favorite ingredients in it. Maybe it's not spicy, it's a sweeter set of noodles. Maybe you might not like it, but somebody else might like that sort of sweet, spicy sort of taste, maybe, or sweet taste. Maybe there's, and somebody else will get or if somebody else gets a spicy set of noodles, let's see spicy. I might like it, and I'm a big fan of spice. I will like it, but that doesn't mean somebody else next to me who doesn't like spice, they might not like it. You know what I mean on that front, right? I would say it's on that front. Most expectations were sky high after the last two episodes. I don't think that's true, to be honest. And honestly, maybe it's because I'm coming off the high of the episode still. Well, when I say it's not true, people will have high expectations no matter what. I know there are so many people who will have high expectations. I personally came into this episode hoping it would be good, obviously, and hoping it would be on the level of at least episode 13. Personally, to me, I think it matched episode 13 at the very least. I gave episode 13, what, a 7 or 8 as well? And I'm giving the same score to this episode. I think this episode was good as well. But again, I'm coming off maybe the high of the episode and recency bias, in all honesty. Why does Hotaro look like some ridiculous Hulk in beast mode? I mean, he looks like how he's supposed to look like. He's muscled up, his eyes slitted up and everything, but yeah. I think that's fair to be. Again, I think it's a case of, like I said, this way. Leon mentioned before eyes development in season 5. I know. It's crazy. This is not ReZero. Well, you say this is not ReZero, but I saw a thing on ReZero apparently also having a bad second half apparently, which is quite funny to say the least. Again, this is just a light novel issue, I think. There's no good light novel adaptations happening, bro. It's tough, man. It's tough. It's tough, man. Hey, being a light novel fan, getting a good adaptation is good luck. Have fun. Fucking Shield Hero, fucking disaster show in season 2. You look at, stuff like Goblin Slayer. Where is that? I don't even know if they're doing anything with that IP anymore. Overlord, when was the last season? And I remember one of the last seasons had very, very bad CGI. Certain magical index found in the dumps somewhere. ReZero, hit or miss, but there. Slime people are complaining as well, from what I heard last time. I just think light novel adaptations are going to be flawed, unfortunately. It's just a byproduct of having to adapt something that's a lot more in detail than an average, like, manga, effectively. Not to mention, of course, manga also has literally all the storyboarding done for you, images and everything, they're all there. But yeah, I mean, this is the reason why I would have preferred. I think it's this way. What are my overall pros and cons from the episode? I think pros. I definitely think the pacing was pretty good from at least my anime only eyes, I would say. And even so, generally speaking, from what I know in the light novel, I think they did a good job. Moved around some of the scenes, but I think they did it a good way, in my personal opinion. And also just generally the way they paced out the episode was pretty good. Again, a con to that, I would argue, is also, if they removed the openings and endings, we probably would have gotten a little bit more content, maybe a little bit more drawn out sequences. That would have been nice as well. I think that would have been good, in all honesty. Again, pro, I will still maintain facial expressions and still shots, voice acting, these sort of things are still really good from JC staff. I think they've nailed that. Obviously, Alan's animation is definitely a pro as well, in my opinion. I think the con, I would probably say, is, again, Otaro's animation is definitely still a little bit clunky. I'd even add Mia to that as well. Mia can feel a little bit clunky in some scenes, for sure. You can tell that, for no doubt about it. I also really liked the tells that they still do. It's quite, under the radar, but it is good that they show you the tells of the status debuff and buff, so you can tell when Alan's debuff goes away, when Anya's buff goes away from Haruhime. I think those are very good tells, because that was something that was for some reason a lot of people got confused in the previous episode as to, oh, will Haruhime's buffs run out, will they stay, so on and so forth, which is, I think, a good thing as well, in my opinion. I will also add a specific con, of course, of the whole removal of the Loki familia. Again, at least their dialogue Why only they know. I think they generally have hatred for Loki Familia after what happened in Sword Art Online season 1. I generally think there's some hatred there. But yeah, God, can they make a catchy opening song? Not a single Danmachi OP is hitting. Omori Glaze does not equate to good OP. This is the weird thing. Danmimo had way better OPs. I'm not even going to disagree with that. I don't think I have a single Danmachi season OP in my phone, but I have almost every single one of the Danmimo anniversary openings because they're so good. It's so weird. It's just so weird. I will say the endings always hit, but again, that's Saju no Hana being a banger as always. Um, but yeah, it's just yeah. But I would say yeah. Another pro I would say is obviously the way they ended it. I think that's a very good cliffhanger to end on. But eh, but to be honest, more so than I'm concerned about episode 14, I'm a little concerned about episode 15, considering there's still a little bit, a fair bit to go. And then you have the epilogue as well. So I do wonder if it is actually going to be an hour long episode or not. I am a little bit concerned and interested. Full about to cook them again in OSC? Absolutely, 100%. Sajuno Hana doing the opening again is going to be very good. They got a lot to fit in episode 15. I agree with that. That is my concern. I mean, I've been saying that episode 15 should be an hour long no matter what, in all honesty, as a big finale, but we'll have to see next week. We'll have to see next week. I am off next week, thankfully, because I am switching to my 4 days on and off. I think from next week onwards, we discussed it today. I have my interview tomorrow morning as well to get that sorted out and everything. So once that's done, we might be able to get an idea on that front on what's happening. But yeah, I think we're gonna wrap up the reaction there, I think, for today, because I want to go and quickly just maybe condense this down if possible into a little bit of a smaller video, maybe do like a highlights video and stuff. And I'm gonna be back later tonight as well for this, what's it called, we're gonna be back for Star Rail in about 2 hours time, 3 hours time, 3 hours time. Let's go for 3 hours time, because I want to go and get some stuff done, go for a bit of a walk and then come back. So we'll come back in 3 hours for another live stream. We'll be coming back for Star Rail. We'll be doing 2 hours of Star Rail because I can only do 2 hours today, and then on the weekend we'll do the rest of the story for Star Rail. So be on the lookout for that. Thank you guys so much for watching the stream. I appreciate all of you guys for tuning in. We'll be back, of course, for Star Rail later on as well, like I said. And then for Danmachi stuff, I mean, the next Danmachi stream we might do, I have an idea for Sunday, so maybe we'll see you guys then for some more Danmachi stuff on Sunday. Until the next one, guys, you guys take it easy. Have yourselves a lovely rest of your day, afternoon, evening. Catch you guys next time.